Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to build an above ground pool that is scaled for minifigures for today's Lego brick tutorial. Let's begin with a 32 by 32 stud plate. You can even use a Mills plate as well. On the bottom right, we're going to place 4 2 by 2 flat tiles. This is going to be the base for our step ladder. In this area, I want to skip 3 studs and place a 1 by 2 flat tile. And then we're going to set down a few more flat tiles in this area with a pair of 1 by 2 flat tiles. And in this area, a 1 by 1 flat tile and a 2 by 2 jumper plate. Now the jumper plates are going to be used to attach, minifigures and accessories to the bottom of the pool. So I'm going to place 5 of these in a row. Then I'm going to proceed on with a 1 by 1 flat tile and a 1 by 2 flat tile. Now right above those, I'm going to set down a few more 1 by 2 flat tiles. These are going to be evened up with the 1 by 1 flat tiles. And on the left hand side, a pair of 1 by 2 flat tiles perpendicular to each other. Then I'm going to grab 8 more 2 by 2 jumper plates. We're going to place them in this area. Now, if you don't have a lot of jumper plates, you can also substitute 2 by 2 flat tiles in the area as well. And in these 2 areas, a pair of 1 by 1 flat tiles. Now, I'm going to mirror these parts on the top portion. For the stationary supports for our pool, take a 2 by 4 flat tile. Let's flip this over. On the bottom portion, a 1 by 4 plate. And on the top portion, a pair of 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 upwards angular plates. Place these as shown. And a 1 by 4 brick with 4 studs. We're going to place this on the 1 by 4 plate. Let's make 2 of these. Let's take our 2 side supports. I'm going to place one right here where it's right in the center of this 2 by 2 jumper plate, and this one on this side as well, right across from this support. Let's make another set of side supports with a 2 by 4 flat tile. We're going to flip this over, place a 1 by 4 plate on the bottom portion, and on the top portion a pair of upwards 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 angular plates. Now, I'm going to place another 1 by 4 plate on top of the previous, and to correct an offset issue, I'm going to take a 1 by 2 brick with 2 studs. I want to set the inside of the studs inside the pegs. Set that in like so where we have an offset. Take a 1 by 1 brick with 1 stud, we'll place it on the other peg. Let's make 2 of these. In our last 2 supports, we're going to place these in this 1 by 3 opening, where they are across from one another. For the remaining sides of our pool, take a 2 by 4 flat tile. We're going to flip this over, place a 1 by 4 plate on the bottom portion of the tile, and on the top portion, a set of 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 upwards angular plates. Now we're going to need to make 2 of these. I want to take one of these assemblies. I want to take 2 1 by 2 plate hinges. I'm going to place these on where the opening side is here and the stub is in the back. So I'm going to place one on the other side. Then take our other assembly. We're going to set this under one side of the plate hinge, and I'm going to crown these 2 studs off with another 1 by 2 plate hinge. Let's make 3 of these. Let's install our 3 side assemblies. I'm going to start bending these up in such a way that we can attach them on these 2 sides. You may want to set it like this. We'll just swing that in place. Should lock right in place. Do the same thing for this one. Set one end down. We'll just swing that right in there. Everything will resting pretty snug, and it will hit up against these tiles. And we're going to do this one right here. So we'll take this one and we'll swing that right into this side support. Let's take a 1x4 plate. I'm going to set a 2x2 plate on one side. This is going to be the side with the pump. Then a 1x2 by 1x2 upwards angular plate. Place that right there, and we're going to set down a 1x2 flat tile and a 1x2 plate here. Now on the right hand side, a 1x2 jumper plate and a hollow 1x1 stud. And let's crown off these two studs with a 1x2 plate hinge. Set this off to the side. Take an upwards 1x2 by 1x2 angular plate. I'm going to place the tile inside the angular plate. Then a 1x2 plate hinge. We'll set that like so, where this portion's hanging over on the right hand side. And then a 1x4 flat tile. This is going to lock in this whole assembly. Set that right on top. We're going to slide this off to the side here. Take an upwards 1x2 by 2x2 angular plate. On the left hand side, a 1x1 brick, and on the right hand side a 1x1 brick with one stud. And I'm going to crown off these two studs here with a 1x2 by 2/3 slope. Now here I'm going to take a tap, set the tap down like so, where it's parallel with this side here. And on the top, I'm going to face off these studs with a 2x2 dome. Now I want to slide in this assembly in both the 1x2 plate and the hollow studs. You may have to multitask a little bit there. Now take a 2x4 flat tile. We're going to flip this over. Place a 1x4 plate on the bottom portion and a pair of 1x2 by 1x2 upwards angular plates on the top portion. We're going to flip this over, and I'm going to set my 1x2 plate hinge on the left hand side. Take our previous assembly, I'm going to set this on top for our side with the pool pump. Let's take our pump assembly. We're going to set this part of the side right here, which is like with the other three sides. I'm going to swing this one right into place. And the pump just sits right on the ground. For the pool ladder, let's start with a 2x4 plate. Let's set down a pair of 1x2 modified plates with holders. Place them on as shown, and on the other sides, two regular 1x2 plates. I want to lock these plates together with a 2x2 flat tile. Set that right in the center. Then I'm going to take some of these ladders that will fit in a 1x4x3 frame. I'm going to snap these right inside the holders. And for little handrails, a couple of modified 1x2 plates with a handrail. Let's place our ladder assembly right on top of these two 1x2 hinge plates. Set that down firm, and we're just going to fold the ladders down. Let's finish up the sides with 10 1x4 flat tiles. Now these are not only going to smooth off the studs on top of the plate hinges, but to secure the sides as well to keep everything nice and square. Place these down, and yes, there is some spots open in the bottom of the pool. Don't worry, we're going to hide that with some transparent light blue and clear studs. Now I'm not sure how much is in this drawer, but it's just enough to fill in the pool. I'll have the correct piece count in the manual. We'll just kind of pat that down there a bit and get it nice and leveled. Makes great water and hides all those nasty cracks too. Here we have Jay the Surfer, and he can climb up the ladder and take a dip in the pool. You just have to move him around and find a stud so he can attach himself. And it is the right height for minifigures. So this whole build is skilled for figures. And in addition, we can put ourselves a few pool floats in here as well. I do have tutorials for these. And makes a nice, cool, refreshing pool.